I hope it's not A&M, and I hope it's not Arkansas, and I hope it's not Missouri, because I mean OU and Missouri go back to the Big Seven, Big Eight days. We've played them a lot, but I mean it's not as bad as Bedlam for Oklahoma State, but it's pretty damn bad. They're not on our level. And I know that they had a cute little season last year and that they're really excited about this year, but like daddy's home, so I'm not afraid of them. Arkansas does nothing for me. Like much respect to them. Like OU's played Arkansas a handful of times in its history. But no, thank you. Um, I could see OU fans don't really have a good taste in their mouth as it concerns LSU, and it has nothing to do with the Peach Bowl against Joe Burrow, because OU fans had like we knew like we have no chance in this game. This is just we're just happy to be here. But the 03, the 04 Sugar Bowl against LSU when they had Saban and OU played in the national title against them, that is a nightmare for like the message boards. Anytime that game comes up, OU fans that went there have just awful, awful experiences with LSU fans. So it's going to be interesting when OU goes to Death Valley this year, how many OU fans go, A, and B, what their experiences are like. But that's a close enough proximity school. Like you can drive from Norman to Baton Rouge in a day and get there and have a good time. I could see that. If it were up to me, I mean, even without the decade that Alabama had, because yeah, I'm sure everybody would love to be Alabama's rival, because like, what does that mean about you? But I think from a historical standpoint, Alabama just makes a lot of sense. These are two fan bases that when we've played each other, it's always cordial. Like it kind of gives me the impression that this could be like OU Nebraska, where both teams want to beat the hell out of each other, but both fan bases kind of enjoy each other's company. So hopefully that would be the case. And we get Alabama in the first 2 years of this kind of schedule experience with the SEC. So I'm already trying to look forward to potentially going down to Tuscaloosa for the first time next year. I'm going to Auburn this year, so I'll get to explore a little bit of Alabama, hopefully, in the first 2 years of the SEC.
Nice.
Well, we certainly enjoy the same color palette, but before you go to Tuscaloosa, you make sure you reach out. We'll send you on the right path and
Of course.
know where that's terrible, and hopefully our fans behave themselves.
By the way, Brady, you made Matt's entire week with that comment about Missouri, by the way. So
there is no limit to the amount of loathing I have for everything that's in Missouri. The entire state could fall into the ocean. I'd be fine with it.
I mean, they've got Luther Burden, and he's really good. I mean, we beat the living hell out of them when they had Jeremy Maclin and Chase Daniel and like a legitimate NFL offense. It's like, okay, cool. You've got a cool receiver. That's never happened before, and we've never played you when you've had one. So this is a brand new experience for us. But they've had some success over us in terms of like they signed Williams Nwaneri. I think he was like the best recruit last year, defensive lineman out of St. Louis, because they see their window and they know it's going to close very suddenly. And they got Williams Nwaneri over us. Credit to them. And then they were able to steal Caden Green from us, who was a player on our roster going into bowl season, true freshman out of the same high school in St. Louis, who just suddenly was like, yeah, I'm going to go to Missouri now. You know, it's like, okay. We started him at guard. Missouri told him that we'll put you at tackle, and they tried him at tackle during spring ball. And then I think Missouri's coaching staff said, you know, OU's offensive line coach, Bill Bedenbaugh, who's widely regarded as one of the best offensive line coaches in college football, I think he knew what he was talking about, because if you caught Missouri's depth chart, Caden Green is starting at guard. So, yeah, sorry, but at least you're closer to home.